Welcome back to another episode with DNA.
Where are we?
We're almost at the back of Burke.
So we're heading towards Burke. We're stopped for a bit of lunch. We've got some bacon and eggs going. We're going to have them in a wrap. And look at this red dirt. It makes us almost feel like we're back home in the Pilbara. Nick will spin it around and show you.
Just on a roadside stop. Just made Dave a cup of tea.
And also, we don't know, we're going to call into Burke at the tourist info, and then we're going to see what's out and about and see if we can get a good campsite night.
Bacon and egg wrap. Good little wife made a cup of tea for you, darling. Look at me go.
Oh. So she's not a cardboard cutout, she does something.
Well, that's today. So bacon and egg wrap for lunch, and yeah.
I might just scramble roughly the eggs like a bit of an omelette.
Oh yeah.
I cut the bacon smaller so that it's easier to chew. Because you know who's going to spill it down at the top, don't you?
No, always me. Anyway, so Indee's had her brekkie this morning, so she's out the back of Burke. Yes, she is. Just waiting, aren't you? You're just waiting?
Now, did you explain what out the back of Burke means?
No.
So it's a bit of an Aussie thing. Burke is in the middle of nowhere. So when you're really out and about and out back in the bush, you're out the back of Burke. So
when someone says, well, so where is it? You say, oh, it's out the back of Burke. That's what we say.
So in other words, it's out in the middle of nowhere. It's just a saying for being out in the middle of nowhere. So.
Yep. So as you can see, and there's plenty of goats. Oh, far out. They're everywhere.
Right, I'm going to keep cooking.
Okay, let's have lunch.
Turn her off. That should be enough heat. And those eggs to finish them. Right, boss first.
Of course, we have it two different ways. I have tomato relish. Dave has barbecue sauce.
Still bacon and eggs, but isn't it?
Isn't it? Nothing better than bacon and eggs.
I like a lot of pepper on mine.
How cool's that sign?
And look at Piggy, she's got herself caught.
So she's in the picture.
Yeah, come out, there you go, come on. There you go, she's off. Doesn't take much. Geez, it's quite flat, but what a really nice drive.
Yeah, the road was great.
Yeah, sitting on our 100, it's really good.
Good road, apart from the goats.
Oh, there's lots of goats. Oh, Laurie Ward here.
Slow down! They were running across the road and we saw a couple of emus.
I mean, not that you really see many dead goats on the road. I think they're a lot more...
Smarter.
Got more road sense than kangaroos.
Definitely. All right, let's go to the visitor centre and see what they have on offer.
Yep, let's go.
Well, we're armed with everything. Everything. So the lady in there was really helpful. So
She was, yeah.
Yeah, so that was really great. She got into a little bit of trouble, but that's because she was telling us something out of their jurisdiction, but that's okay. So, just wanted to say, just behind Dave, when you come into the visitor centre, plenty of parking with your van, and there is a dump point and water fill up just over there.
I'll show you. So you come in that way. It looks like this bloke's going to it, but just over here is a dump point and there's water as well. So there's another good tip for you. We carted our water in from the other place, but we could have got some here, but never mind. Better be safe than sorry.
So the ladies recommended us to go back to Burke, Mays Bend. So 15 k's out of town. So we'll go check it out.
Says it's very safe. You said you can even leave your can there and come back in town.
So which we'll do.
Yep. All right, let's get going.
Let's go. Oh, here we go.
Don't show them yet, I might crash it.
There's cows, there's trees. Oh.
So I'm going to have a go of the drone, but it might take me half an hour or so to set it up. But just show you where we are. We're right on the Darling River.
I'm still setting up.
Still setting up. Quite a few people here. It's Indie girl. And it does look like this paddock is open with livestock, so just got to be aware of that. There's quite a few here. We're just sort of in front of the car. Well, just through there you can see the Darling River. Give us 5, let's see if I can get this drone to go, and then we'll do a proper walk around.
Right, well this seems to be taking a very long time. What's happening, Dale?
Well, it's been nearly an hour and it's still uploading. Come and have a look. It's at 52% for some reason.
Oh, you can't really see.
I don't even know if they can see that.
Oh yeah, there we go.
So at this rate, I'll have half a dozen of these and won't be able to fly the bloody thing. But at least if we can get it all set up, we'll get it up while we're in this destination. But how peaceful does it look?
So nice. Righto, it's been like 2 hours.
And it failed. Internet connection dropped out. It's working, look.
Okay, good luck.
Flies.
Cows equals flies. Anyway, right behind me is this amazing coolabah tree. Check it out.
It's huge.
It is.
Massive big hollow.
Okay, so as you know, we're in Mays Bend.
That's the campground.
That's
It's
okay.
right on, is it the Darling River?
Yeah, so this has a little bit of history here where back in the day the cattle used to cross here. There is still a lot of cattle here, so obviously there's a station of some sort, or farm of some sort around here. So yeah, this has got quite a historic history here. Yeah, so it's right on the Darling.
And there is a lot of cattle around through the camp, but they're obviously used to all the people being here because they just wander through. They're not frightened of anything.
No, we got woken up this morning. Indy was having a bit of a growl.
They were at the bloody door of the van there.
So they're very friendly.
So here it is, right on the river.
Yeah, very peaceful. And those beautiful coolabah trees, look at them.
And it would get very wet down here. As you can see, we're just up over the hill there.
Yeah, we chose to stay up the top. As much as I would like to have the river view here, and I said to Dave, it'd be nice if we could shift, because a lot of people vacated today. It's very overcast. But yeah, you do run the risk of, obviously, if there's a bit of rain, you could struggle.
Today's been an edit day. We're sort of just waiting for it to upload at the moment. It will export and then I'll upload it. But I've had both solar panels out, one plugged into the car and one into the van, and we've switched everything inside of the caravan just running off the battery in the car, and it's just keeping up with not losing anything, but we're also building the battery up in the caravan. So hence, you know, the more solar you got, the better it is, because there's hardly any sun today, and I think we're getting in off 1,000 watts of solar, we're only getting in like 15 amps. So it does pay. The more solar, the more power. Right, let's have a little wander. Trees are massive.
Like huge. I've never seen such big coolabah trees. Even just under this crust, it does actually feel quite wet.
Yeah, like if you just plate that away, yeah, straight down to the mud. As you can see, someone's been down here after a little bit of rain. And it's still quite splodgy, isn't it?
Yeah, you can feel it under your foot.
As you walk, it's really still soft.
Oh, look at that.
Look at these trees.
Really beautiful area though.
Yeah, we're gonna
Pop
at
into
some
town.
point, yeah, but at some point in a future video, we're gonna do the Darling River run.
Oh yeah, I was reading about, so when we went into the visitor centre yesterday, there's a whole book on the area, and it has the Darling River run right through it, and it gives you a good direction of from one end to the other and what to see in between, and it actually showcases a lot of the area. So
yeah. The next town on from here is, how can I put it, like, is where the Darling River run starts, and then it makes its way virtually all the way back to Wentworth, which is just near Mildura in Victoria there. So that'll be an interesting trip.
Yeah.
We'll hopefully get that one out of maybe this year, if not next year, beginning next year we'll do that one.
Yeah, it'd be great.
And how peaceful is it? Look at that.
It's so good, isn't it?
If we didn't need the Starlink to upload videos and stuff, and we'd probably come and grab this spot, but just where you park the van is right under these trees for Starlink. So
I wouldn't say it's a huge area. Just obviously there's a lot of trees, so if you didn't want the tree scenario, you'd be out there. So I wouldn't say it's a huge area.
No, but I reckon you could probably get 30 odd vans in here pretty good.
Yeah, I think so. And yeah, definitely you would not come out here though if it was wet.
Oh yeah, if it had been raining, no.
You'd be
Another
stuck.
reason why we're parked up on the flat.
Yeah.
But have a look at this.
Oh look, there's a sign on that tree over there. Don't know what it says.
A couple of pelicans up there on the bend. And that's where we were, just down there on that bend, just down there. Flies are back. Just we got all the solar panels out. That one's running. We're helping charge the truck. This one here is plugged into the van with the 800s. That's, yeah, it's a little bit over 1100 watts. And then I'm actually running from that inverter in the truck to the back of the van. It's only running just the Starlink and one power point, so we've isolated everything else just so it runs that. So solar's keeping up with the fridge and everything else, and slowly building up the battery.
Well, good morning. So today we have come into the town of Burke and we're just checking everything out it's got to offer. So our first location we've stopped at is...
the Span Bridge.
No, let me get the book.
Oh, get the book, come on.
This is why you go to the visitor centre, because it gives you all the... So it is the North... Oh my God. The North Burke Bridge. It is the oldest movable span bridge in New South Wales, opened in 1883. The North Burke Bridge served 114 years before being bypassed by the new one, which you can see on the other side there, in 1997.
So it was a span bridge.
Yeah, just called the North Burke Bridge. Pretty impressive, like far out. Look at the stance on it.
Obviously that middle section lifts up to the top so that the paddle steamers could go through. But turn around slowly. But obviously not going to happen now because the other bridge is not been able to be risen to let taller vehicles through. But man, the things they used to do.
Yeah, very impressive.
Now I was going to put the drone up, but it won't go. It says it's an authorised zone. So we're trying to get it up. We've got it going now anyway, but so we'll see. There's a lot of trees here too, so probably not a good idea. Probably end up that water down there.
There we go.
There's the old bridge there, the truck going over it.
Cotton truck.
Yeah. So cotton is a big thing out this way. So they put sort of like big rolls of cotton, and that's how they hold them on in those trucks. They sort of virtually clamp down on top of them. Little fun fact for us.
Yeah, and so all the way along the roadside you see little bits of cotton for miles and miles.
It looks like rubbish, but it's not. It's just cotton stuck in the long grass. But yeah, it looks like rubbish when you first start looking until you sort of get out and have a proper look at it. But
yeah.
All right,
on to the next place.
Let's go and see what else there is.
Yeah. The Standing Story Sculpture Walk. It says, take an immersive walk into Aboriginal culture through the new Standing Story Sculpture Walk in the back of Burke Information and Exhibition Centre grounds. With a self-guided brochure, discover the 8 sculptures, each representing a different story told by an Aboriginal person in the community. Go on the same journey which has inspired these walks, and this project. Accompanying each sculpture is a short video featuring the storyteller explaining the story in their own words. The films are accessed by a QR code which is embedded in the corresponding page of the brochure. So immerse yourselves in the artwork through your own device and get a better understanding of the local culture.
We're at the solo art here in Burke, and it was
Water tank.
A water tank. Is it a water tank?
It's a water tank.
There we go. And it's from the boy from Burke.
So Percy Hobson. So he represented Australia in the Olympic Games and won gold. So it was just saying on the back here that he was basically, sorry, on the front it actually says, so there's quite a lot of history here, so I'm just going to shorten it down. So he basically taught himself, so self-taught in his backyard, and then a coach saw his potential, so he went to Sydney and started doing some training and got really homesick. So he came back to Burke, and he was going down on weekends catching the train down to do all of his training. So that's how he's basically started, and then he won gold. And it was just saying, it was a really interesting little bit at the back here which inspired him was his mother. So his first 2 attempts he didn't quite make it. It was 40 degrees and he was a bit dehydrated. So he took a moment to think about how hard his mother's life had been and how strong she was and how she believed in him. And he gathered all his determination. On the last attempt, he cleared the bar, and it was 2.11 metres high. When there's a bar just behind Dave here, I'll get him to stand there.
Now he's about the same height as me. I've got boots on, but he was 5'10". I'm the same, so he's jumped over this. You know how they...
That's a hell of a jump.
That's a big jump for a little fella.
Yeah. So really nice.
I'd be battling to get over that with a ladder.
A nice tribute to him, and on the bottom there you can see all the handprints where the community have come along and done that.
So
and
everyone in town, wasn't it? Was their hands of everyone in town.
So the artist who did this was John Murray from Lightning Ridge, along with Brian Smith and Bob Barrett and Lucas Casper, I think it says.
Yes, it does.
And there's some beautiful cockatoos on the back, right around the other side. An Australian icon, Fred Hollows, 1929 to 1993. Ever since I became a well-known, I stopped being Professor Hollows or Dr. Hollows. I just became Fred. People would stop me in the street and shout out, "Good on you, Fred." I like that. How cool is that?
So we all know Fred Hollows, you know, the eye doctor for the underprivileged Aboriginals and other people around the world too. He done eye surgery for next to nothing to give sight back to these people.
So cataract surgery. So there's a memorial. He wanted to be buried under the coolabah tree. So he originally visited Burke in 1971. And he just fell in love with it. So basically he just wanted to help the people and the surrounding towns, and he just became so well known here, and I think everybody would actually know who he is. So I think it's a really nice tribute. They've put a beautiful monument behind us, and it said he was buried with his glasses, a bottle of whiskey, letters from his children, sawdust from his workshop, his pipe and a tin of tobacco.
He was a carpenter.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, so it says on the other side.
Oh, okay. So it's a very interesting read, and I'd love for you guys to come out here and have a read of it yourselves. I think it's just, he's done the town some justice, definitely, and it's a beautiful tribute to him. So please come out and check it out and have a read of both sides of it, and we'll take you over there now.
So underneath the coolabah tree.
So this was actually from the Mount...
I don't know.
the closest mountain that was here. They actually made this for him, so that was really nice tribute. And it says that they feel like they will never leave. He'll never leave here now. So he just loves the red dirt, the mulga trees, the coolabah tree, and it was his wish to be laid to rest here. So he had a funeral in Sydney, and they flew him here, and he was an hour late, and everybody waited. So yeah, really nice tribute.
Yeah. So rest in peace, Fred.
So this is the Afghan moss. It wasn't originally here, it was in town, and they erected it basically for
worship.
Yes, so they brought in Afghanistan and Pakistan people and camels. So they originally had around 2,000 camels here to help transport the mail and service goods and stuff like that. So they had this mosque for them, and this is obviously in the cemetery, and there are some people laid to rest as well.
So it was in Hope Street in Burke, this mosque, and it was moved here in 1998 for safekeeping.
Yeah, so yeah, interesting.
Things you read.
And I forgot to say that this is the oldest mosque in Australia. So again with the Cobb&Co. So the Cobb&Co is throughout Australia. We're sort of seeing it pop up everywhere out this way. So
yeah, even out when
Orange
in Molong there was a Cobb&Co coach thing there as well.
The other day in Ingen.
Yep.
Look at that. Made myself a pizza for lunch.
Guess who won't be wanting dinner later?
So we've decided to cook dinner while the sun's out.
So we haven't corned silverside, we're just doing it in the, what do they call them? A pressure cooker, but it's an electric pressure cooker. So I cheated a little bit. I boiled the kettle while the sun's out, so we're using that power to warm it up so it doesn't have to work as hard, but it uses about, I don't know, 15% of the battery to cook that whole silverside. Takes about an hour and a half.
Yeah, so we're just going to chill out for the afternoon, and I think you should definitely get yourself out here to Burke. Like, what a great place. There's so much to see. We didn't go and look at everything. I think we'd like to come back and actually check out a few more spots, but definitely get yourselves out here and immerse yourself in all the history.
Yeah, it's pretty packed in here tonight. Like, this is our third night.
Yeah.
We've got tomorrow we're just going to have a lazy day. Sunday I'm going to edit, and then Monday we're on to somewhere else.
Yeah. So like and subscribe. If you see us out on the road, hit us up for a chat. Always up for a chat. And yeah, if you need a haircut, hit me up.
Hit you up.
Yep.
All right.
Okay, catch you
Enjoy.
guys.
See ya. Bye.
Bye.